Members and members of the press, welcome to this special council meeting on 20th of August 24. I'm Lorraine Young, I'm the Mayor at the Town of Cotter, so I'll be the presiding member this evening. I would like to start off by acknowledging the Whadjuk Noongar people as the traditional custodians of the land where we meet and paying respects to their elders past, present and emerging. I have no announcements without discussion. We have no members of the public here, unless Mr. Christian wants to ask questions. So it looks like we'll be having no public questions or public statements in respect of the items on the agenda. Attendance, we have Councillor Irvine and Councillor Sadler are on approved leaves of absence. All other elected members are present. Declarations of interest, I did see that we had one. Okay, that's in respect of the agenda forum. Yeah, I'll deal with that. Yeah, thank you. Were there any declarations of interest in respect of the two items on the special council meeting agenda? I'm going to propose that we move the item for which the CEO has recommended the meeting be closed as the first item, because if we run over on the adoption of the budget, that is an open meeting and members of the public who arrive for the agenda forum can come in, and it will be less disruptive for them. And I've cleared that with Mr. Christian and he's very understanding. So I move that we go behind closed doors for consideration of item 12.1.1 on the basis that it deals with a contract that the town may be entering into. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Wilinko. All in favour? That's unanimous. Thank you. So can the recording... Have you got the name of the successful tenderer? Because I'll give that now.
Sure, and you got the
Name of the...
Eco Shark.
Thank you. Eco. I hope that wasn't too cold, Mr. Christian. Thank you. We are still in formal meeting, so in accordance with the Act, I will read the resolution that was passed unanimously by Council behind closed doors. That Council, by absolute majority, 1, thanks the Minister for Fisheries for the State Government's contribution to the town's shark barrier renewal. 2, authorises the Chief Executive Officer to award the supply, installation and maintenance of a shark barrier to tenderer A, mentioned in the officer recommendation in brief section. And 3, authorises 1, the Mayor and Chief Executive Officer to sign the contract and affix the town's common seal, if required, for the following documents: 1, the shark barrier maintenance contract, and 2, the Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development shark barrier grant funding agreement, $400,000, and B, Chief Executive or Delegate to manage the shark barrier maintenance contract, including provision of possible variations, provided the variation is necessary in order for the goods or services to be supplied, does not change the general scope of the contract, and is managed within the allotted budget allocation. And C, Mayor, elected members and the town's administration are authorised to disclose the identity of the successful tenderer. And that is the resolution, and I can let the media know that the successful tenderer was Eco Shark Barriers. Thank you. So we move back in the order in the agenda to item 9.1.1, the adoption of the 24-25 budget. I will move that budget be accepted in accordance with the officer's recommendation, which is as set out on pages 13 and 14. Is there a seconder? Councillor Bulbeck? Did anybody... Well, look, I'll speak briefly to the budget. Did anyone propose an amendment to the budget? So I'll speak to the budget. The focus on the budget is on maintaining and improving the existing infrastructure, progressing new initiatives to meet community aspirations within resource constraints, and increasing our efforts towards greening our suburb. We have to ensure that existing infrastructure is properly maintained. That's for the benefit of our current community, to make sure they're getting what they want now, but also making sure that that maintenance burden is not just passed down to the next generation. So we will be continuing work to maintain and improve our roads, footpaths, car parks, beach access paths, irrigation works and playgrounds. Our very much loved heritage listed Civic Centre and the wonderful Grove Library do require regular maintenance and funding for ongoing operations, and that is also met out of rates income. In terms of new projects, we haven't got a lot in this budget, but we have included budgeting for the upgrade of toilets at 149 Marine Parade, which is the site that was formerly known as the Barketta site, and new toilets in South Cottesloe, subject to consultation, as well as improved beach access at the Central Cottesloe Groin. And this follows strong support for increased and improved amenity as reflected in our consultation on our council plan. Likewise, our consultation on the council plan has shown that our community puts a really high value on greening initiatives, and we've responded to that in the budget by increasing funding to Cottesloe Coast Care for their very important work, stabilising our dunes. We've included funding for the continued rehabilitation of John Black Dune Park. We're continuing our work on tree planting, and really importantly, we're ensuring that funding is available in reserves to meet the cost of implementing the outcomes of our consultation on our green infrastructure plan and strategy. We will also be investing in the planning process. We've got budgeting to progress our revised local planning scheme and our Cottesloe Village Precinct Plan. These processes are time-consuming and they do eat into funds, but they are necessary if we're to meet the constant pressure from state government erosion of local planning control. 2 Cottesloe favourites are included in the budget. The Sculpture by the Sea Cottesloe exhibition, we'll continue our funding for that, and of course the Cottesloe Shark Barrier is included there. A significant change in our budget is the separation of waste costs from general rates revenue. This step preempts an anticipated state government regulatory mandate, and it's also really useful for our residents to understand the significant cost of waste management, and hopefully that can open up further conversations around waste reduction. Our rates revenue overall will increase by 5.4%. I think the budget, which has been the product of the outcome of workshops with the elected members and a lot of work from the administration, it does represent a considered response to the conflicting pressures of demands from our community for appropriate levels of service and amenity on the one hand, and on the other hand, the economic challenges that likely impact on our community and which certainly do impact on us as a local government. So all things considered, I do commend this budget to my fellow elected members. Thank you. And the seconder. Chilla, did you want to?
Well, you kind of didn't steal my thunder, but I was going to mention my how grateful I am, or how good it is I think that we are making a significant commitment to the green infrastructure, because it is infrastructure. It's not just a drain on our resources, and with the green infrastructure strategy coming through, and that's the proposal to make sure it's supported properly. So I think that's really good. And it will be great to see that being expressed in the improvement in our green areas in the coming year. So, yeah.
Thank you. Did anyone want to speak against the budget? I'm going to put the budget to the vote. All in favour? Thank you. That's passed unanimously. Thank you very much, councillors, and thank you again to councillors and the administration for all the work that has gone into preparing that.
Through the chair, Madam Mayor, could I ask if council would be prepared just to add a vote of thanks to our Manager of Finance, who's had some, who has worked tirelessly on the budget, but also has had to deal with some personal matters in the last couple of months. That
yeah, I think we can all say hear to that.
I mean, yes, absolutely, and very, very professional. It was really good to have her in the room answering our questions. So I would, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So there's no further business. I declare the meeting closed at 5:48 p.m. Thank you very much.